sweaters and hold the comments, cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him, cause they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore. My city used to come up. Bryce and Jack G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstage. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. These people are oppressed. And I'm gonna change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it. 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 They don't love it.
Point 'em out, 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 point 'em out. Watch 'em panic. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm riding round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him, 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 and him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him, 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 and him.
Been the best in this game for a minute. If I want it, then I'ma go get it. Ain't no asking, you know I'ma spin it. I don't go back and forth like it's tennis. I'm in mode, I've been locked on a mission. Cupid G, I ask God as my witness. I'm not pressing my bro off suspicion. Never pressing my bro off suspicion. She from Nola, she got superstition. I'm not waiting and hoping and wishing. I'm not stopping, I'm balling relentless. I'm a stepper, I'm standing on business. In the rumors, I'm minding my business. I'm a tutor, teach you how to get it. I tap in with the ones in your city. We make movies, we all the way with it.
Point 'em out, 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 point 'em out. Watch 'em panic. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm riding round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him, 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 and him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him, 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 and him.
I told the people, yes, I'm him. I did the impossible, but I'm not.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They go play action with Howell. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard. A first carry for Rachaad White. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Buccaneers at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Read option. This is White. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Hal now to throw it. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Howell. And that is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something that lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game, because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Bartlett. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
1st and goal from the 6. Here's White. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Howell. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Seahawks, nothing. Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Up the middle, here's Walker. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Following the fumble recovery, Howell. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Howell. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot it, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Bartlett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, Bartlett. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
And the Seahawks first down.
Here we go, Shaq.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bartlett. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Operating from the gun, Bartlett. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. Howell running right on the option. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. Now inside the 25 and down to the 19-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
38 yards on the play. 1st down, Seattle.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Bartlett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this 1st half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
At the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And Howe will throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Howell. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda now.
For the Buccaneers.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Let's go!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Bartlett. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. That's out wide for Palmer. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Third and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Joey Sly set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here 1st and 10. Powell going for the deep ball. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper in at 2nd and 1. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
To throw on 2nd down. Bartlett. This is Fant on the short completion. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Bartlett. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a dump off to White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Howell trying to get his offense to hurry up and get set. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Back to throw. Howell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Howell. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Faking the handoff. Howell gets the check down throw to White. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
6-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. McLaughlin now to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Dancing to his left. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bartlett. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off play action. Bartlett. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and this will stay a 4-point game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They start to drive with White to the 43, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. The play fake, and now here's how to throw it. He'll leave this one for White. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Jet sweep. Here comes Marshall. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 7. They run straight ahead here with White. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll go play action. Howell. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Throwing on 1st down. Bartlett. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, Bartlett. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now a throw here to his running back. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, 32 yards. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Buccaneers 17. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 3. Operating from the gun. Howell. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 52 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. In motion goes the tight end. Howell completing the quick throw out wide. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Another throw for Howell. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose. as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Bartlett. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18.
Hal now to throw it. That is caught. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Bartlett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Bartlett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They give him a gain of 37.
First down, Seattle.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
36-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Second down, 8 yards to go. Back to throw. Bartlett. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Bartlett. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown. Noah Fant, 36 yards. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Edo blue. Black Ultra.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
But certainly hit the point of no return in this one because that was absolutely the last time they could afford a sack. You got to sustain your blocks and keep your quarterback clean for as long as it takes in this situation. They failed up front this time to do so.
Here's Howell. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. Howell to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Set, ready.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Hey, move. 10 cycles. Blue striker. Light blue. Check, huh?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yard.
Legends on 3, 2, 1.
Let's go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that. Please don't. Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Go that, 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 go that.
Barely even got enough change in the meter. Double part looking like Bane in the beater. Her friend keep helping detangle the weave. When they jump in the front, see the play with the speakers. Let them might blast, stretch might dance. Plus when I stop it, might customize fans. Plus like fresh like plus I got them up. Plus size Panamera truck I hop.
There you go.
I'm with the cash like Diego.
God. Yeah, all these dumb sums go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters with me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego. Solitaire. Earrings, they be shining, keep blinded. Ain't met up, yeah, I can't. Since I got rich, she say I'm just cause I took her on the island. The money keep on piling. Talk to me, yeah. Better talk talk nice. Right in love with the fettuccine, ain't about that, can't talk twice. Now they pray on my downfall, everything I do, I gotta walk like. Let them in, jacket off, what? Rich, so I'm off life. God. Yeah, all these diamonds on me, go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me, just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego.
Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type